So of course, we do feel for those kids this morning who might be forced to leave their friends, their teachers as well. So many schools in the ISD sustaining heavy damage this weekend. So we want to know what the plan is for those schools and more importantly for those kids as we say hello to Dallas ISD Superintendent Dr. Michael Hinojosa. Thank you for joining us so early this morning.
Thank you, Mark.
So let's get right to it. We heard Chris talk about Walnut Hill Elementary. All of their students are headed to Tom Field. Now that's a school that was shut down last year. How ready is that campus for all these extra students?
We're very fortunate that Tom Field, we had a crew there anyway because we had some other tentative plans for that school in the future, but we can put those on hold and that school will be ready. We actually delivered a lot of furniture to that school yesterday. Today they'll prep it, and so we'll be ready for Walnut Hill at Tom Field tomorrow. So that one we're very, very comfortable with.
When you look at the list of schools affected, a lot of them are elementary schools, which means young kids. Maybe these kids are more susceptible to the stress of a change like this. How do you prepare elementary school kids specifically?
Yeah, we have counselors that'll be on hand. A lot of people don't realize that you have to go through all the stages of change, anger, denial, grief, and acceptance. And as adults, we have to do that quickly because we got to get solutions. But these students, for them, it's very traumatic when they actually look at the physical building and see that they could have been in there when this happened. And so for them, we have counselors that will work with them directly. And some recover more quickly than others, but others need some really help getting through those kinds of situations.
Well, you know, there's an emotional attachment to buildings like these, no matter how old you are, but especially for kids when you see a building that's a total loss. How do you plan to move forward in that situation?
Well, we'll just have to work with them individually, and the teachers are great about letting us know who needs extra help. But we'll have teams of counselors that do this for a living. They're trained professionals. They know what to do, and they'll be there to support the students.
Now, yesterday you said Cary Middle School was one of the most damaged. You're going to split kids between Medrano Middle and Franklin Middle School as well. How do you pick and choose who goes where? And again, for some kids, it means new teachers too.
Well, actually, it's a little more complicated because Medrano and Franklin don't even have power today. So we have another day of planning, but we actually have a natural boundary dividing line that will be pretty easy. That west of that dividing line, which my staff's working on right now, will be going to Medrano. That'll be closer to them. And east of that, they'll be going to Franklin, which will be close to them. So we have some geographic areas that help us make those decisions. But it's still complex because those kids have been together for a couple of years, and now they're going to be going to different schools in the same week that they were just didn't even have any idea this was going to happen to them.
Let's talk about Thomas Jefferson High School. That school lost for now. Again, a homecoming week for them coming up. You've got seniors that are trying to decide, hey, what does this mean for my senior year as well? And word is that school may not be ready till next school year. So you've got your hands full with that situation too.
Yeah, and that's a very optimistic schedule to be ready by August. We still have to go in and evaluate the school. And you guys did a great job of reporting. I saw the reports of the students. And yes, I didn't even realize it was homecoming for them, the things you take for granted. But we're very fortunate that we have another facility we can get going. We're also going to be working with some community providers and nonprofits. Pinkston actually happens to practice at Mercy Street, and they have an AstroTurf field. So we'll make sure that they accommodate the Thomas Jefferson football team. But you know, they were going to probably have a dance and a pep rally this week. All of that's up in the air. But luckily at the other school, we do have 2 gyms and we do have an auditorium. And so we can try to do a makeshift week for them. And I'm sure there are a lot of great Thomas Jefferson alums in this community. Hopefully some of them will step up and help out the school in this particular time of need.
Yeah, well, I know you get your hands full, a lot of work cut out for you, but again, just thankful that no students were injured in this storms for the other night. And thank you for your time, Dr. Hinojosa.
We're very blessed that there were no major injuries. Thank you.